back to the Cheap Shot Music Podcast, everybody. I'm Jack.
I'm Justin.
I'm Casey.
And let's get right into the news. All right, Casey, what's happening in music today?
So today we're doing a Grammy recap.
Okay.
We're gonna look over our picks, see what we got right, see what we got wrong, see what we didn't expect at all, maybe a little bit of that. So we went over a few categories that we all sort of looked at together. And the first
general
Yeah,
stuff.
the most important categories.
So the big one, record of the year. And the winner was Leave the Door Open, Silk Sonic. We all sort of picked that.
All. It was the all pick. It was what we were all like, I wish, I hope,
Yeah.
Please,
I dream.
Please, dude. Music, there's still hope for you. You know.
Yeah.
And it won.
Yeah,
did.
and so that means there is more hope, a new hope.
In general, I was very pleasantly surprised by a lot of these results. So another one, album of the year. This is the one that was like, we will be saved by great music.
It's
once
like
again,
dude, it's the helmet catch of album
it
of
is.
the year.
It is, and it is John Batiste's "We Are," and
Yeah.
I was so happy that this won.
Yeah, and we over here were all wrong. Jack and I, Hannah, even the all pick.
Yeah.
But Casey over here got it all right.
He's just the
Nailed
best
it.
right now, man. He's
Nailed it.
he's the one right now.
Well, it's hard to pick that one out of all the other ones because you had "Sour" by Olivia Rodrigo and "Planet Her" by
So,
Doja Cat.
I mean, you had popularity versus like
good music.
incredible music,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And incredible music won.
And
That's what's great.
Again, it won
Promising.
again.
It won
Yeah,
again. Okay,
dude.
so then we had Song of the Year back to Silk Sonic. Leave the Door Open. So awesome.
And we all chose that again.
We did.
Life is good,
Yeah, so
Like-
for Casey over here's 3 for 3. I mean, come on.
dude.
I mean, I got lucky though too. 'Cause, I mean, I didn't really think John Batiste was going to win. John Batiste didn't think he was going to win by any means. You should
Really?
hear what he said afterwards. He's like, "Huh?" Like he said, Phineas and Billie Eilish were sitting right by him. They look back. They're like, "We hope you win. We think you're going to win."
That's
and
so cool.
And he's just like,
No.
"Oh."
No.
And his face when he wins is like, "Oh my god!" Like just he's.
and it's not John
awesome.
Batiste's first Grammy, right? Or is it his first Grammy?
I think it's his first.
I'll do a little look on that.
'Cause
Why
he
don't
really
you guys?
hit the scene recently, like as an independent artist.
Well, because he was doing the Colbert Show thing,
He's doing that, and then
but he
so
probably had other stuff.
Okay.
I'll look it up.
best new artist, and this one was kind of obvious, predictable, but I did not win this one. This was Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah, and Hannah and I picked that one.
Hannah and Justin, that's a good pick. I picked Arlo Parks, I believe.
Yeah, and then Jack picked the kid Leroy.
Yeah.
I got that right?
Yep. So good job on that one. And then we moved into our individual categories that we all sort of researched on our own and made some picks. And so best alternative album winner was Daddy's Home by St. Vincent.
Nice.
Not the one I picked, but definitely one I thought was deserving. I think I picked Arlo Parks, Collapsed in Sunbeams. So best American Roots performance winner, Cry by John Batiste. Such a good song, man. And I picked this one
Great.
too. This
Yeah.
was one I just had to win. Best reggae album winner, man. I mentioned these guys. It was Beauty and the Silence by Soja, and I like said these. I wanted this Etana to win. I said I think Etana's gonna win, and they said but maybe Soja. I picked Etana. So
That's like a half one for
come
you.
on, man. Yeah, give me a half point for that
Yeah,
one.
4.5.
And then finally, for best score soundtrack for visual media,
Yeah.
Justin and I had both picked The Mandalorian, but we were way off on that. It was The Queen's Gambit, tied with Soul.
Oh, it tied.
So there are ties in the Grammys. I didn't really know this, but if you not the big categories, it doesn't happen in the big ones, unlike
Yeah.
the televised. But this deeper stuff, these deeper categories, there's actually a few ties.
cool.
So
That's
did they
really sweet.
They both
get-
win.
Oh, okay, cool.
They both win Grammys.
It's kind of like that one Olympics event that happened this past summer where the two runners won. You know what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
I didn't know.
Cross
Yeah.
the finish at the same time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crazy.
So yeah,
Anyways.
you can have a tie in the Grammys, and we had one right there. So
Mm-hmm.
I didn't guess either of those, though, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I would have thought Dune before.
Okay, so then Jack, we moved on to best pop solo performance.
Yeah, so best pop solo performance winner was Driver's License by Olivia Rodrigo.
Mm-hmm.
I think I picked something different on that one. And then next would be the best pop duo / group performance winner, which was Kiss Me More by Doja Cat featuring SZA.
Yeah.
And honestly, dude, I really thought BTS was going to win this one.
I did too.
Considering Butter and its popularity. And I'm kind of shocked, especially considering the post Doja Cat quitting music thing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that might have been why, but BTS did have a great performance
and
too.
That's the thing, man. So it's like I'm a little confused on that one, but okay.
BTS has a bigger fan base too.
Too.
It's just it's like but yeah, whatever.
It's opinions. So best traditional pop vocal album winner was Love for Sale by Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga, and I think I picked Norah Jones on this one.
Okay,
sure you did.
And that's my personal bias showing there totally. But I think Tony Bennett, if I remember what I said correctly, I think Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga were either my runner-up or my third pick.
I mean, Lady Gaga's gonna win a Grammy if she's in a category somewhere. Though.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's just she's such a household name now, and Tony Bennett's a household name of 50 years ago. So
unless it's Christmas Tree by Lady Gaga.
Yeah. Oh God.
I think that won, didn't it?
Cringe. Dude, I just threw up in my mouth when you said that.
Full body cringe on that one, Justin. I mean, Jesus Christ, man.
It's my favorite song.
And then finally, best pop vocal
album
winner is Sour by Olivia Rodrigo.
Yep.
Okay, so
and that was the one that I picked.
Yeah, hit it out of the park.
So
yeah,
good
pat
for
on the
you,
back,
Jack. Good job.
Yeah.
Give him a round of applause.
I feel good about myself.
You're a good boy. Okay.
And since Hannah's not here, I'll cover hers as well.
Yeah, and cover the country.
Yeah.
So best country solo performance winner.
That would be You Should Probably Leave by Chris Stapleton.
Yep.
And Hannah picked Camera Roll.
Yeah.
I didn't like Chris I don't really love Chris Stapleton, but
well, I like Hannah's point on this is that it's Chris Stapleton sounding like Chris Stapleton again, like Tennessee Whiskey-esque, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
Moving forward, we have best country duo/group performance winner, and that's Younger Me by Brothers Osborne. And did Hannah pick that one?
No, she picked Dan and Shay. Glad you exist.
Gotcha.
Yep. Her biases.
I'm glad you exist, Justin, because I
glad
wouldn't
we
have said the
all
right
exist.
thing there at all.
Existentialism is good.
Existentialism.
Best country song winner, we have Cold by Chris Stapleton.
Yeah, Chrissy
Wow,
again.
Chris Stapleton sweeping here.
Yeah, and I don't really understand why, but I guess Chris Stapleton and the country category are synonymous with each other in this year.
I think I do like Hannah's pick of country again more, actually.
By...
It's Thomas Rhett.
Got
There's
it.
a bunch of people that are on the songwriters for this one.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
go with the easy
so
one.
Chris Stapleton wins again.
And
guess what?
Best country album winner, Starting Over by Chris Stapleton yet again.
Man,
starting over the same chord progression there, Chris Stapleton.
God.
Yeah.
1-4-5 there,
so,
buddy.
You got Chris Stapleton and John Batiste doing the Michael Jackson thing where they have to hold all their Grammys in their arms like a baby. Like that was one of the famous pictures of Michael Jackson after Thriller.
Oh my God.
At the Grammys, he just had he had so many Grammys, like he was cradling, and then John Batiste had 5.
Dude, I would have grabbed a bag at that point. Just to hold them all. But Justin, I'm going to throw it to you now. Break it down in the categories that you covered.
Yeah, the rap categories, which I'm gonna start in reverse because King's Disease did not win Best Rap Album,
and that's bull.
It's a travesty. Tyler the Creator won with "Call Me If You Get Lost" because of the stage aspect
and his
at
performance,
concerts.
Yeah.
I'll put a picture up right now. It's absolutely incredible. The stage, he has a car surfing along the dude. It's so cool. So that's why this won.
For the visual aspect.
Yeah, it's pretty much the only. I mean, it has a DJ drama like Lil Wayne mixtape type feel. It's like
but still against King's Disease, I'm super disappointed.
I mean, even
Grammys.
against Donda, to be honest.
So, do you not like this Tyler the Creator album that much? Then
I have one song on my favorites list.
Okay. I have to say, because you put Donda above it, I'm thinking you don't like this one really.
But believe what I say, and bringing it into best rap song winner is Jail, which I actually wanted to win, but I picked Best Friend by Saweetie and Doja Cat. Yeah, so for example, I have this song, Jail, and I have Believe What I Say on my best of the best playlist.
Right.
I'll listen to those every day.
Yeah.
Because those are actually pretty legitimately good songs. But all right, let's get into the ones that I actually got right. Best rap performance, I guess Family Ties, and who won was Family Ties.
Yep.
It was kind of super easy.
Yeah.
Because I didn't like the song at the beginning, and then everyone's like, this song's the best song of the year. And it's again and again and again, and it got hammered into my head that this is the best song of the year. So,
at least rap song.
Interesting.
Yeah, best rap song.
But what if it had never gotten hammered into your head that it was the best song? Like, would you?
I would have gotten this wrong. Casey.
Yeah, okay.
I would have gotten it
gotcha.
wrong.
'Cause I remember when you first heard it, how much you were a hater of it.
I didn't listen to it fully. Like, I just couldn't get past that.
The first minute?
Yeah.
Where they sound like they're drunk in the studio.
Because they are.
Yeah, because they are.
It must have been a lot of fun to record that song.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad Kendrick Lamar got a Grammy. He's just.
Yeah, especially Baby Keem. I mean, it's great that they won. And then, all right, best melodic rap performance winner goes to Hurricane by Kanye West, The Weeknd, and Lil Baby.
Did you pick that one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because it has The Weeknd and Lil Baby in it. I mean,
The Weeknd.
How can you go wrong?
The Weeknd alone is just gonna draw so much attention by the Grammys, you know.
Especially if he's singing a chorus.
And it's really too bad.
So.
You know, it would have been so different if Dawn FM had come out a few months earlier. The Weeknd's album, like, see how that would have changed this whole landscape of Grammy winners. Because I think he might have swept a little bit too.
Swept a lot of it.
Yeah. Well, the Grammys certainly didn't disappoint this year. It was actually interesting because there was a variety of people who won, and it wasn't just. I mean, there was some sweeping, like with the country categories, but you know, it was still a little bit unpredictable. And I'd say that's great. It's not hot garbage, but let's ruin our moods now. Hot garbage time.
All right. Hot garbage. So we're here in Hot Garbage. We're talking about something unique today. We're talking about the worst guitar solos. And Jack, being our resident guitarist here and expert, Jack, why don't you take lead on this and tell us about the worst guitar solo that we can talk about?
Yes, so there are many to choose from. And I also wanted to mention, too, that Hannah's definitely an expert likewise with this. Yeah. Unfortunately, she couldn't be here tonight. But she had some suggestions. You know, we went back and forth. Like, do we choose something off of an album? Do we choose a live performance? Do we just choose whatever is the worst thing that's ever been recorded? And there's so many to choose from. Yeah. So, like, you know, MGK is up there for any reason. For
most things.
What? He's so good.
He's such a good guitarist. It's such a pink guitar, man. It's so cool.
Yeah. And then there's Birdman with where Lil Wayne played a guitar solo live. I think we've all seen that video probably a million times.
Yeah.
So there's some live performance.
His weird the way he holds the guitar without using his thumb, and just like that doesn't work, man. That doesn't work. Are you even playing?
Really bad.
He's bad.
It doesn't look like he's playing, actually.
I don't even know.
Speaking of not playing anything, how about anything off of John Frusciante's 1994 Nyandra Ladies and Usually Just a T-shirt? Very spelled so wrong.
Yeah.
In so many different ways.
And this is his post Chili Peppers like era. Like after Blood Sugar Sex Magic came out, he left the band and started this solo career because he was like all drugged out, right?
Yeah, I mean, very into heroin, I believe. Probably other things too to balance that out. But I mean, if you listen to the first track off of this album, Nyandra Ladies, As Can Be is the first track on that album.
Yeah.
And oh my God, man, terrible
Just
guitar
bad.
solo. It's so bad. But you know, we parsed through all of these options and then we came to one.
Yeah, what could be the best?
The chosen one.
The chosen one.
The worst guitar solos ever. And it's Nick Jonas live at the 2016 ACM Awards. Let's take a listen.
Okay.
Nick Jonas, everybody.
Yeah. I mean, clearly it like starts out okay, and then it just
oh my God,
like
dude,
off a cliff. I mean, it's really, really, really bad. Like my face when it got to that point was like,
I mean, he messes up, right?
Yeah.
That's a bad one.
It's just like, what's the next note? Where am I going? Where's one? What's going on?
Yeah.
Absolutely all of those aspects were present in that guitar solo. That's definitely true.
And so this is a live performance. Now, had this been like a studio recording, then I'd be like really like concerned.
Yeah. Especially about the producer.
Right. Because if it's a studio recording, you've had a chance to listen to it a few times.
Many times.
And you've decided, wow, this is good.
I think that's what happened with Jacoby Shaddix and Santana back with that cover.
Yeah.
that
Absolutely.
cover album.
But since this was live, so I'll give him a little slack because it was live. But still, man, this is...
Well, if he had a good guitar teacher would have told him, you are always a half step away from a right note. Literally, you're always a half step away from a right note.
And for me, the bigger thing was the rhythm on this. They screwed up.
Bad.
Like,
well, because it starts out okay. It sets it's kind of like it almost makes it so much worse that he started out okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But it wasn't like creative. It wasn't like complex. It was very simple.
It was just like
You're right about that.
Very simple.
It's actually very 2000s like pop punk guitar
licks. It was
solos.
these recycled licks. That's what I thought.
With that like country twang.
Yeah, exactly. So Justin, you're right on the money with this. It's so like recycled guitar language that's been used by early 2000s guitar players. And I know,
and then
but that's my
mess
soft
up,
spot.
Though. But you mess up.
Yeah, on top of that. That's
no kidding.
When you fail at something so simple, because what he was playing in its full essence was absolutely simple.
Wow.
To mess it up that bad, it's just oh my
Dude,
gosh.
Nick Jonas. Man, you got to work on your live licks, your live performance. So
something, right? Yeah. Oh God. So let's just move to some better songs.
Yes,
let's
please.
Get into For That We Adore.
Okay.
For that we adore.
All right, Casey, why don't you lead us off on For That We Adore?
Sure. So Hot Garbage was worst guitar solos ever. Mm-hmm. For That We Adore this week is best guitar solos. And we've all picked some of our favorites here. And I'm going to start. I have a couple honorable mentions first before I get to my pick. The first one is Blue Sky. It's by the Allman Brothers.
Yep.
Dwayne Allman and Dickie Betts.
So classic, man.
It jams forever, and it's so beautiful, man.
This song has probably led to so many garage band jams.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable, dude.
It's this beautiful, lyrical, amazing solo that I just I listened to it over and over and over. Another one I really love is Trey Anastasio from the band Fish on the song Heavy Things from the Farmhouse album. And another one, it jams on forever, and he takes you on a journey, man. Like rhythmically, it's so good, and like he just knows how to make it speak,
Yeah.
You just know. But my pick is a little different. It's not really a traditional guitar solo. It's more of like a rhythm guitar solo. But I'll let you be the judge. So the pick I chose is the guitar solo on the song Kiss by Prince. Check it out.
Yeah. Dude, yeah. I mean, you know what this solo kind of reminds me of? It's like 70s cop shows. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Prince is so influenced by like 70s funk, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And so it's super short and sweet. It's not like the other ones I mentioned. Those are long.
Yeah.
It's like literally less than 30 seconds. This little clip even. Like that's how long it is.
And that's what I think makes Prince so interesting is he knows when to elongate a solo or make it short and sweet. And that's the real telltale sign of a musician, because when you go out into these long 10-minute guitar jams, it literally becomes like like some Paul Stitch method guitar or whatever. Some like dude who's dad rocking it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally. And I think like what really about this particular solo is I'm just like, I want more. And he doesn't give it to me. And that's Prince.
Yeah.
That's what Prince does on so much of his music. He gives you this like short, sweet, amazing chunk of music. And you're just like, and then he just takes it away from you and never gives it back to you again, ever.
Yeah.
Fact.
And then you're sitting there pressing repeat. You're seeking back like 30 seconds constantly. And that's what I do to this song. And I'm just like, man, that for me though, that's the mark of a true amazing songwriter and musician, is someone who can do that, have that discipline to not want to overdo a great idea.
Yeah, right.
You know, like, oh, and he's the master of it, man. It drives me nuts, but it's so good. So that's why this particular one sticks out to me, because it's short, it's sweet, it's a rhythm guitar solo. It's not a traditional lead solo, and it's Prince, man. He just, So
and it's just those 5 seconds that make you want to listen to it over and over and over.
I know,
again.
man.
Yeah,
I know. So Jack, you're again throwing it back to our resident guitarist, even though Hannah's not here today. But so I'm very interested to hear what your pick is for this.
So yeah, I went through a lot of different thoughts. There's a lot of different aspects to guitar solos and what makes them so inspirational. And here's a couple of things that I broke down, but this probably isn't even all encompassing enough.
Sure.
But innovation versus evolution, I did it first versus I made it better.
Yep.
Ears versus like technical knowledge. So whether like you're just hearing what you want to play or like actually knowing what you're playing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we have sloppy technique versus clean, because there's definitely an argument to be had in that. And then there's how much does it connect with an audience, which is another big factor that I don't think is considered enough when measuring guitar solos.
Yeah.
Is how much does it connect with the audience? Because really, that's when it comes down to it, that's what matters.
Yeah.
Like if the audience wants to listen to it because they love it, and they're gonna buy it too.
Yeah.
But if they love it and they want to listen to it because of that, that's the most.
And that's why
thing.
sloppy guitar solos can be great,
and they can connect with an audience.
Like Kurt Cobain wasn't the most technically gifted soloist on guitar, but didn't matter. And it
like
just
everyone knows the Smells Like Teen Spirit solo.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da. Who's singing? I need that one. Yeah, I get that one for sure. So, okay, let's break down innovation versus evolution. I'll try to make this a little quick. So you have like Johnny Be Good, where the first kind of rock guitar solo, at least the most like well-known first rock guitar solo ever. And then you have like the evolution of that, and this has continued since the 60s and 70s, but this is kind of the height of it. Jimi Hendrix is kind of like the evolution of that. He brings more distorted guitar, different effects to guitar, and changes it and molds it from what Chuck
plays
Berry
it left-handed
gave us.
and upside down.
Yeah, that too.
By the way,
another thing, which just makes him even more crazy. But the thing is Jimi Hendrix probably learned a lot of guitar by listening with his ears. Yeah. Which is another...
And he played for Little Richard, by the way, before he was famous. I think I've mentioned that before, but yeah.
Yeah. Shotgun. If you look up Shotgun, I think it's Little Richard.
That's Junior Walker and the All-Stars.
Ah, okay.
But all like Tutti Frutti and all that stuff, like Jimi Hendrix is playing on a lot of that Little Richard stuff, that early stuff. It's great.
Yeah, man. He's such a fun guitarist to watch. And then, so like my example for ear players versus like technical knowledge, you have like Jimi Hendrix and John Mayer, I kind of would say, are like your ear guitar players.
You're modern guys, John Mayer, right? Like he's kind of the guy, right?
Yeah, for at least continuing kind of what Stevie Ray Vaughan and Jimi Hendrix built.
Yeah, Derek Trucks is not as much of a household name, but he's kind of up there.
Oh, he's up there too. I guess I forgot to include that.
Like, and I see him and John Mayer going back and forth doing some stuff together. And
well, when they play together, it's like, oh Jesus, man.
Honestly, I give an edge to Derek Trucks in terms of like ability.
Well, yes, but his reachability is not John Mayer's reachability.
Right, so, exactly.
Let me keep expanding on this. We have the technical player now because, John Mayer and Jimmy, well, John Mayer does know a bit of what he's talking about, but he doesn't know like all the theory because he doesn't need to. He's so good. Same thing with Jimmy. But then you have technical knowledge, like people like John Petrucci from Dream Theater, and then you could go down the whole Joe Satriani line and then, what's his name?
Steve Vai.
Steve Vai is another one, of course. Jason Becker, Marty Friedman, I believe. Yeah, all these technical guitar players that know like the scales and the notes that they're playing, but it's not such a like melodic ear thing.
They're like clinician players. Like there's drummers like that too, where it's like they're not really playing for the audience; they're playing for musicians.
Themselves. Yeah, right.
So.
Moving forward, we have sloppy versus clean. So that's like Jimi Hendrix, Jimmy Page, Eric Clapton. They're more towards the sloppy-ish. Like even Jimmy Page on like a lot of his really fast stuff, it gets sloppy, man. Huh? But the repeating riffs, I mean, Jimmy Page innovated that.
Yeah.
Then you have very clean players like Larry Carlton, Tom Schultz, Eddie Van Halen. Larry Carlton, he's like a session guitar player. He's played with Steely Dan. Sorry, Steely Dan.
Steely Dan. Wow.
Many times. He's plays the solo on Kid Charlemagne. And then you also have Tom Schultz, who's the guitar player from Boston.
Yep.
And then Eddie Van Halen, of course, everyone knows who Eddie Van Halen is. And then my last thing is, how much does it connect with an audience?
Yeah.
So, and this is where I fall on Jimi Hendrix yet again, because not only could Jimmy play with his ears, not only did he innovate, and not only could he also play sloppy and play clean, he kind of could switch between both. He also connected the most with the largest audience.
Oh, yeah.
And for the longest period of time.
Yeah.
Hence, my choice is Little Wing by Jimi Hendrix.
And your t-shirt.
Yeah, I mean. So, let's take a listen.
All right.
Fly on, little wing.
So that's the thing, man. It's like, how much does it connect with your audience? And Jimmy is amazing at connecting with his audience.
Absolutely.
And the thing about his guitar solo is we can sing it. You could sing it. You could sing it. I could sing it.
Yeah.
Making a guitar solo that's almost like a vocal melody is what actually makes a guitar solo really interesting.
So
John Mayer talks about that too.
Yeah, it's like making it lyrical, like cantabile is the word they use a lot, where it's like singable, it's like your instrumental line that's like, it's like a voice, right? And Jimmy's amazing at it, and
and because he's connected with his guitar, and people can connect with the human aspect of him doing that.
I think it's the mark of just a good guitarist in general. A lot of great guitarists do that. They think like melodically, they think lyrically, like someone's singing. They make the guitar sing, like that saying, right?
And then a little story arc too, or at least like
there's like a build up, and there's an apex, and then there's a release, to finish it. It's great when they can do that.
Absolutely, yeah. So speaking of great guitar players, let's go to Hannah now in her dorm room.
All right.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Hannah live from my dorm room this week. Woohoo! But yeah, for For That We Adore this week, I picked Carry On My Wayward Son by Kansas. Let's check it out.
Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more.
Yeah, dude, classic song, right? Everyone knows it, everyone loves it. I picked this song because it's my 3 favorite guitar solos in one song. So of course it starts out with the main Carry On My Wayward Son riff, the ba-da-da-dow, ba-da-da-dow, everyone knows it. I think this is cool because it's nothing special, it's just like a minor pentatonic idea, but the way that he phrases it, the way that he uses his tone and his distortion really just makes this riff special. But right after he plays the main riff, he goes into this like 15-second solo around the 45-second mark to like the minute mark of the song. And he starts playing these faster little runs and getting creative, and he starts like bending high, and then all of a sudden he does the big triplets into the verse. And you're like, no, I want more guitar solo. Don't worry. We hit the 2-minute 45-second mark of the song, about there, and you get another solo. And this, he starts playing, so this is like the part where he goes, don't you cry no more, no! So now you're getting these faster licks again, where he kind of left off at the beginning of the song. And then he starts playing offbeats to throw this like contrast. So he's like, and it makes my little musician heart happy, because you get this like fast runs that you're craving, and then he throws you for a loop and gives you this contrast to build with this solo. And you're like, this can't get any better. But it does. So then this little third movement of the solo is what I like to think of it. He starts playing on the beat again. So he goes and he's like bending higher. So he goes wow 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 wow, and he keeps his distortion, but he adds this like wah effect to it, and you're just like, wow, because it's almost like a synth solo, but it's his guitar, and all of a sudden you're just like, yes, this is a great song for guitarists everywhere. And yeah, of course, I learned this when I was in like 8th grade and never forgotten it. So favorite guitar solo / solos. Love Kansas, love the song. Thanks, guys.
Wow, well, great details, Hannah. That was awesome. Like,
it's kind of really like asking me to do better.
Yeah, good coverage of a great song, great guitar solo, and I mean, just like it's awesome. Yeah, so
thanks.
Good
again,
pick, Hannah. Let's throw it to Justin here. I'm very curious to hear what Justin has to say on this category.
Well, I was gonna pick Jimmy like right away.
Sure,
but I'm like, Jack, do you wanna pick Jimmy? So
well, I mean the tattoo,
Yeah, I mean,
I actually have a Jimi Hendrix quote tattooed on my here.
It's great. It's wonderful. Yeah. Just
when the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace.
Yes. Nice. It's a wonderful quote. Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Yeah. So I was thinking, like, my parents have influenced me in guitars very much. Mm-hmm. My dad, Angus Young, I've seen him in concert. That old man on his back, wonderful. It was
wearing
crazy.
The shorts,
wearing those shorts, that hat,
the white socks that are up high, the black shoes,
drinking chocolate milk right after.
And you know what? It's so funny that he's never changed his like he still wears that same outfit on stage.
Same one.
Every concert.
He still moons people too, but he has underwear on. So
He's great.
And then my mom, she wanted me to mention Santana. It's a wonderful pick. I mean, how can you go wrong with that?
Well, you can go wrong with Santana.
You can
Jacoby Shaddix.
Yeah. I had to mention it. Yeah. You know.
But he's a legendary guitarist.
Legend. But what could be more legendary than all of this? Well, it is the Eagles.
Yeah.
Hotel California.
Yes. Yep. Yes. Let's listen to a little chunk of it.
Yeah.
Well, all right. I actually went to California in the car a lot when I was a kid. Listened to this a lot. So it's really a nostalgic pick. But when we were listening to this song, I haven't seen these guys jam out to one of my songs like that. So dude, this should have basically been an all pick.
Yes.
Yeah, it could have been.
What do you guys think of it?
I mean, I know every note of this solo, man. I've listened to it so many times because it is so perfect.
And
so
who is
beautiful.
it by? Who is it by?
Joe Walsh.
Mean, there's a few guitarists on it, but really it's Joe
7.
Walsh.
Yeah.
The identity of this solo is
Joe
just
Walsh.
Screams Joe Walsh.
Absolutely, it does.
It's got this mix of such a beautiful classic rock sound with a touch of twang.
And a little bit of bluesy.
A little bit of blues, and it's so lyrical, man. It's just like, it just sings to you. It's like another verse.
Well, that's what we talked about. It's like, if you can sing the guitar solo, then you know there's something that's being done that's right.
Yeah. This is a perfect guitar solo from first note to last note.
Yeah, Fact. Pretty much is. Yeah. It's perfectly genuine.
Yeah. And you know, I assumed we were doing like an all pick. That's why I didn't even want to go near this one, because this is like, you know, I have my picks, but then it's like, well, this one's like,
this is the holy grail.
This is like the holy grail of guitar solos. Yeah. So
right.
It doesn't really get much better, man. So great pick, Justin. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Well, as I said, it's a perfectly genuine solo. Yeah. So let's get into generic or genuine.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Generic or genuine?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are...
Gentlemen.
My God.
We're going on
Gentlemen.
Gentlemen.
All right, gentlemen. Guess what we don't have in the generic or genuine list? Rolling Stones, 1 through 19. What we don't have on the list. Anything by Michael Jackson, might I add.
Oh. That is crazy. That's crazy.
And then what song did we just
talk about? It was Hotel California.
I am shocked right now.
Frozen in time.
Yeah.
I can't even say words right.
So, can we fairly say Rolling Stone is saying "Get Your Freak On" is a better song than Hotel California? I mean,
yes, we are saying that.
man,
Cognitive dissonance of such a statement is unbelievable.
shots fired, man, for real. Like,
I think I said at one point they were drunk when they were making this list. They were drunk when they were making this list. So drunk. No computers by them, nothing to look up. They just went, "Oh, that's an idea."
Oh, that's an idea.
They definitely started with 500.
Yeah.
Literally, though.
Kanye's number 500, by the way, with the song "Stronger." I just saw that.
Come on.
Man.
My goodness. All
Okay.
right, Casey. So what do we have at number 19?
Number 19, we have John Legend's "Imagine."
Legend?
Did I say Legend?
Yeah, you.
We have John Legend's
Okay, gentlemen. Okay, gentlemen.
Yeah, gentleman, Legend.
Well, at least I'm never gonna be embarrassed to mess up my words ever again.
Yeah, not yet. You just wait. We'll get you when it happens. So John Lennon, horror, with the classic "Imagine," and I mean, yeah, like I'm cool with this.
It's a good pick. It's a good spot.
That's a genuine for me.
Sure, I could go with it.
Genuine. Absolutely.
Okay,
Still,
Moving
Hotel
on?
California should be somewhere in here. But
I know, don't
you
get me started.
I'm trying
I'm
not to
arguing
remind
that the
you.
next pick is generic. It's just so you know.
Really. So
Ooh.
Prince and the Revolution, "Purple Rain."
Yeah, because
Okay.
it should be like at number 7.
Gotcha. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Should minus
100%.
10 from
Yeah.
that.
100%.
I'd be fine with 8. Genuine song, generic placement.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Number 17, Queen, "Bohemian Rhapsody." Okay. Yeah. We've kind of covered this top 20
Yeah.
before, but I'm just kind of rifling through it. But yeah, this does definitely has to be in the top 20, right?
Makes perfect sense to me.
Possibly top 10.
Could
And
be
then
higher, yeah.
overplayed. The reason it's been overplayed, so then that's why it's more comfortable being at 17.
Yeah,
than
they move
Prince's
it down
song.
the list.
Yeah,
because
just a
it's
little
just
bit.
overplayed. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so
no.
number 16, right ahead of
Oh no.
Bohemian Rhapsody, mind you, is Beyonce's "Crazy in Love" featuring Jay-Z. And we mentioned this before. The placement in context makes it seem like this is absolutely asinine.
Yeah.
I like this song. Possibly top 150, top 200 for me.
Yeah.
Well, I would like for Beyonce and Jay-Z to be in the top 20.
Sure.
So
Okay.
letting them share the same song and having it here,
Yeah.
I get that
Ooh.
aspect, but I don't get the actual song.
Choice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
no, from that angle, I totally get where you're going
Yes.
with this.
So genuine but generic placement.
And number 15, the Beatles, "I Want to Hold Your Hand."
Yep.
Again, I mean, yeah, it's just, again, it's another one of those Beatles picks, pull a name from a hat and throw it on the list, like,
Right. Yeah. Because I don't know.
I don't know how thoughtful it is of this particular song. I love this song.
Yeah, but it depends on what you think is the a number one Beatles song from that era. Because I mean, maybe what's the first one that they played on the Ed Sullivan Show?
Like, "I Want to Hold Your Hand."
yeah. So I could see why it's there in that
Yeah,
sense.
because of the iconic place
The
it has in
moment.
history, the moment in
Yeah.
history. So,
There is still more Beatles to come.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there should be.
The Kinks, "Waterloo Sunset." I remember there's a few others I would have chosen instead of this particular song. It's a good one. But there's other Kinks songs I would have chosen. I don't know if I put
Lola.
I don't know
I
if I
put Lola here.
I don't know if I put the
Yeah.
Kinks even in the top 20, maybe in the top 50, but maybe not in the top 20.
I can see the Lola aspect for the
a great
commercialized aspect of that.
Mhm.
So I could see why that's higher.
Yeah.
Just like,
Or that would
yeah,
be higher.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, let me get started.
Moving forward, we have the Rolling,
Rolling Stones, "Give Me Shelter." Again, good band, good song.
Number
I
13.
Genuine.
I think there's better Rolling Stone songs that could be here, but this is fine. I'm fine with it.
I mean, I think this is one of their better ones. So
My favorite
No.
is what is it?
I Can't Get No Satisfaction.
No, I
Jumpin'
love
Jack
it. "Can't You
Flash.
Hear Me Knocking?"
Oh,
is
Can't
my
You Hear
favorite
Me
one.
Knocking.
Yeah, that's my
That's
favorite.
right.
That's a good tune for sure.
Okay.
Yep.
Number 12, Stevie Wonder, "Superstition."
This one could be higher. Even though 12 is high on the list,
Yeah.
this could be higher. Because not only is this the biggest pop song of its time, on top of that, that shit still gets played all the time nowadays.
You can't
all the
yeah.
time.
You go to a cover band at a bar, they're playing "Superstition" at some point
Definitely.
usually.
Yes.
Unless they're a niche band, like some sort of
or if they're under
80s
40.
metal. Yeah.
Yeah.
all right.
Okay, number 11, a very great song. Beach Boys, "God Only Knows." Great song, great placement. I'm cool with this.
Yeah, I can go with it. Justin?
Yeah, I can jive to it.
Yeah, okay.
Sweet. Number 10. I love this group, man, and I love this song. I just don't love it at number 10 of all time.
Yeah, that's the part.
It's Outkast with Hey Ya.
So I think I got a little argument.
Okay.
It's on so many commercials.
Mm-hmm.
It was in every single club from 2003 to 2020. This song has been played so much. I mean, it's a genuine song. It's all written by Andre 3000.
Yeah.
But yeah, the overplayed factor is definitely a factor when considering this
And then
as
that's
the
why
number
it's
10 song.
Up there.
Yeah.
I
right,
think
'cause
I
of
would.
its playability.
I would want to add another 0 to this.
Yes. Yeah. So 100.
Make
And
it
then
100.
another 0.
I think 100 would 100 probably actually 200 would be a great spot for.
Well,
it.
I could find this song being higher just because it's like the most well-known Andre 3000 song. Like if we're talking widest audience, that's definitely his widest
all I'm saying,
audience.
if you're on my top 500 list, it's a legendary song. Because I'm going to put together 500 legendary songs. I'm not going to put together 100 legendary songs and then 400 like random songs. You know what I mean? Like Rolling Stone is doing.
Yeah, it's so weird. So it's a genuine song. Do you guys agree with
Yes,
that?
absolutely.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's just a bad,
Placement.
not even a generic, just a bad placement.
Fleetwood Mac at number 9. Fleetwood Mac with Dreams. Great song.
Yeah. I don't know.
Fleetwood Mac at number 9 over like no Michael Jackson at all. No Hotel California. I put Hotel California ahead of this.
I mean, Electric Light Orchestra is also super underrated in my opinion.
Are they even on the 500?
That would be crazy to me if they didn't make it because they're honestly they have so many great tunes, better tunes than Fleetwood Mac. Some people there's just this I don't know. I haven't understood the popularity of Fleetwood Mac.
Following.
Yeah,
cult
okay.
following.
It is cultish.
Yeah. They were pretty big in the 70s, late 60s, in the 70s. Yeah.
Yeah, so what are we saying for this one? I mean, I want to say genuine
because
song.
Of
Fleetwood
Mac.
Mac.
Genuine song for sure. It's just placement I don't love.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I can see it. I can
move it back.
Yep. I don't even know if that's really a contemporary pick either.
It's funny how most of our picks, like we say genuine song, we don't like where it's placed because it's too high on the list. It needs to be like way back in like the hundreds or something. Mm-hmm. But we rarely get the ones that are the opposite, right?
Yeah, like Superstition.
Like Superstition. Oh, this could be in the top 3 even.
Right.
However,
the worst.
This next one is the worst pick on the entire 500 list, I think, for where it's at and in context and everything. Mm-hmm. And it is Missy Elliott's "Get Your Freak On" at number 8 of all time.
Of all songs ever written by anybody.
Gosh. So again, I'm gonna bring up the same argument. I heard this on multiple ads, multiple commercials in the past couple weeks.
Interesting.
Yeah. But you know what? Honestly, that doesn't mean to me when it comes to the best songs.
Right?
It's like, I agree with you. It's like,
it shouldn't.
They blast it in our face constantly over and over on the radio and commercials and movies. Does that mean we have to like it? You know, like.
But that ends up being the general consensus, right? Because whatever people hear the most, they just grab onto.
I know.
You know?
But that melody, man. That melody. Oh my God.
It's catchy.
For
it's
sure.
so annoying. I'm sorry. It's so.
And it's annoying.
It's annoying.
But this should be 80 or 800.
It's not my favorite Missy Elliott song. Her and Method Man have a great song. I mean, it's with Timberland, this one. I'm trying to figure out how to actually come to terms with it being a genuine song because obviously it's the worst generic placement on the list.
This is going to be number 800 for me.
100%. Like, so I'm having trouble even calling it a genuine song. Honestly.
Hey, this teeters the line between generic and genuine, that's for sure. And I'm just going to have to go in the middle on this one.
Yeah, we're going to do generic / genuine for the whole entire place.
/ we hate you, Rolling Stone.
Yeah, literally.
Love you, Missy Elliott.
Love you, Missy Elliott. We hate you, Rolling Stone.
We hate you, Rolling Stone.
God.
The Beatles.
Okay, number 7. Let's move on.
Yep.
The Beatles with Strawberry Fields Forever.
I like the Beatles. I like them in this position. I don't know about Strawberry Fields Forever in this spot.
My heart rate did decrease after that, where I'm like, this is the worst pick ever, and I'm like, okay, the Beatles, okay,
it's a little bit better,
just like a little bit of a relief.
Let's bring them back after we've shocked them. When like Rolling Stone's like, oh, we've shocked them at 8, so let's put in something. But again, this is not the best Beatles pick for number 7.
Agreed.
So many others. Okay, moving on. Number 6. We have Marvin Gaye, What's Going On? Absolutely a great spot. Great song. Perfect. You get one, Rolling Stone, for today.
There's a couple, Casey. There's a couple.
Yeah.
That we're going to get to.
Okay.
Genuine.
Yeah, genuine all across the board.
Absolutely. I love Marvin Gaye. Number 5, Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Cool.
By Nirvana. Now, so many reasons why this one is deserving of at least the top 10. It really launched the grunge movement on a mainstream sort of way, like it brought it to the suburbs, and
flannel was no longer a lumberjack thing.
Right. It brought it out of Seattle and it really murdered the glam metal scene, man.
Yeah,
all that hairspray and the big crazy clothes. It just murdered it.
Yep.
And all of a sudden everyone's wearing like ripped jeans and flannel and like,
yeah, dude.
What a shift.
Right.
It's so great. So yeah, I'm cool with this for a lot of reasons.
And it makes perfect sense. Yeah.
I mean, Kurt Cobain. Genuine.
Yeah, man.
All across the board.
Number 4, Bob Dylan, Like a Rolling Stone.
This is Rolling Stone being meta, just like trying to shout themselves out.
Right.
We're so cool. We're gonna put Like a Rolling Stone at 4.
But Bob Dylan he should be in the top 20.
Yeah, but I did.
At number 4.
I would choose a different song. Honestly, I like either Hurricane or like Hey Mr. Tambourine Man.
Tangled Up in Blue.
Yeah, but it doesn't say Rolling Stone on it, so.
Blown in the Wind. That was a big political one. It's an iconic song. So
I think Blown in the Wind was even lower on this list, meaning higher number.
It was.
Like 100.
It was like in like the 80s or 90s because we mentioned it. So
I could see that being switched.
Okay. Moving on. Number 3, Sam Cooke, A Change Is Gonna Come.
Yep.
Genuine for me.
Cool.
Absolute.
That works.
It's a
Very easy
one. Number 2, Public Enemy, Fight the Power.
Cool.
I could see how this one might be controversial because, it's, you expect to see what, some Beach Boys song or some Beatles song.
People like Stairway to
or
Heaven.
Stairway to Heaven right here, but you see Fight the Power. And this is like the one moment now on this list where I'm happy that Rolling Stone did something different.
Yeah.
Very different.
I can agree.
I love Public Enemy. I love this song. I think it's great for so many reasons, politically, musically.
And then what are they saying? They're saying that this is the best rap song of all time. And guess what would have taken it if this wasn't here?
What?
Get Your Freak On by Missy Elliott. So I am so happy that there's another rap song here. I don't care what it is.
It could be anything.
Here's some more context. They're saying Get Your Freak On is the second best rap song of all time.
Yeah, they are. And Hey Ya is the third.
Oh my God.
And then Runaway is
Goodness, man.
Yeah.
And then at number 1, I think we can all agree Aretha Franklin, Respect, I think is a perfect choice for number 1. It's great.
We put some respect on Aretha Franklin's name.
It's a fantastic song, and it's a great one for number 1. I could never really pick a number 1, honestly.
Well, that's the problem that they had because Respect came out right when the list came out.
There you go.
So it was like this kind of big picture thing of, well, we're going to put Respect at that.
Because it's relevant right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so Rolling Stone, what do we give them overall on this list? Generic? Genuine? I give them a big fat FU.
Yeah, it's a thumbs down for me.
It's as if I had more than 2 thumbs.
Yeah, if you had a third thumb.
Yeah,
dude.
That's what I would give them.
Yep. There's nothing redeeming about this list, in my opinion. No. I mean, I guess maybe you could say the Public Enemy choice is kind of redeeming, but
then having Aretha Franklin at number 1. I mean,
I don't know, man. We should look at some more Rolling Stone lists because it just kind of gets my blood up when we look at these, man. Like it really gets me fired up. I kind of like it. I hate it and like it at the same time.
Well, if you have low blood pressure, this is a great exercise. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah.
So this has been the Cheap Shot Music Podcast.
Download or stream this episode wherever you get your podcasts.
Please leave a like and or a comment on our social medias. It's greatly appreciated.
And thank you everyone for listening.